Where are you going?
Back around to take pictures. See everybody later.
Fornication. Excuse me, I am a little nervous. Fornication such as this one come together. A tremendous amount of work is needed by both the bride and the groom and their families. So I'd like to take a moment to applaud everyone who had something to do with this wonderful celebration coming together. And I have the privilege, the absolute privilege, of standing before you today as Chuck's best man. Chuck and I go way back. All the way back to first grade, actually. It seems like every day I spent at least a few hours at Chuck's house after school. Chuck had a very creative mind, and he loved to compete. We never that. Instead, we played games designed by Chuck, such as stop sign football, where we threw a Nerf football at the stop sign, and every time you hit it, you earned a point. We also played rooftop wrestler. Rooftop wrestler involved throwing 6-inch WWF wrestlers onto the top of a 2-story house. There was pool rocks, where you threw rocks into a pool from at least 100 feet away. And of course, last but not least, there was basement kickball. Chuck always seemed to win, which was very frustrating for me. But fortunately today, I have the opportunity to get him back. Chuck and I spent a great deal of time together as kids, and our friendship was very strong. But there was one period of time when we were not friends. We were enemies. It all started during a walk home from elementary school. I had seen some teen television drama the night before, one where the main character broke up with her boyfriend. Apparently, it had a profound effect on me. I turned to Chuck and I said, "Chuck, I don't think we can be friends anymore. I think we should be friends with other people." Chuck, who was a bit more mature than me, responded, "Huh? What are you talking about?" I tried to explain that we were just too different. Chuck immediately stopped walking, and he waited until I was about 30 feet in front of him. And at that time, the rocks started flying. One by one, rocks of different shapes and different sizes pelted me with surprising accuracy. I asked him why he was doing this, and he responded, "If we're not friends, then we must be enemies." Suffice to say that the dark period in our friendship was short-lived. And several years after that, I came to learn that Chuck really knows how to treat a girl. I know this because on our way home from a birthday party in the 6th grade. My mother asked us what our plans were for the upcoming 6th grade dance. Chuck spoke right up and replied, "I'll tell you what a typical plan should be. First, we should all already have our date. I asked my date to the dance 3 weeks ago. The guy should show up at the girl's house about a half hour before the dance starts. He should exchange pleasantries with the girl's parents and then show up at the dance no earlier than 20 minutes after the dance starts. After, he should bring the girl to a fancy restaurant, like Sizzler, or perhaps even Red Lobster.
Whoa.
After the dance, they should go to the park or some other romantic place for a long walk." After hearing this, my mother looked at me, and for one of the few times in our lives where we both thought the exact same thing, we looked at each other and we said, "What the heck is this guy talking about?" And of course, during this whole time, I came to learn some things about Chuck's family. For example, I know that Mr. Rizek is not a big drinker. I know this because during the 8th grade, Chuck and I downed an entire bottle of vodka from Mr. Rizek's liquor cabinet. Concerned that we would get caught, we did what any rational person would do. We filled the bottle up with water and put it back in the liquor cabinet. And to this day, that bottle of vodka filled with water remains in Mr. Rizek's liquor cabinet. So on behalf of Chuck and I would like to present you with a replacement bottle, once and for all. It is the least we can do. Come on.
Tucson,
LA,
San Francisco,
Portland,
Seattle,
Vancouver,
Minneapolis,
Chicago,
Toronto,
Montreal,
Boston,
and of course, New York. So it should be clear that I know Chuck very, very well. So all of you should believe me when I say that I've never seen Chuck as happy as he is when he is with you, Rose.
Oh.
So with that, I'd like to propose a toast. Everyone pick up their glasses.
Here, here.
That's an order. May today's happiness be just the beginning of a lifetime of happiness.
Here, here.
Big. Oh, my God.